Hello, my name is Erica Estes. I'm a real estate broker here in Dallas, Texas. And after going through some major trauma, I have to come out today with Me Too. I too am a Me Too victim. In 2011, after moving from Atlanta, relocating here back to Dallas, I stayed at Extended Stay Hotel off of Vantage Point in Greenville off of 635 in Dallas, Texas. While I was there, the manager, Aziz Muhammad, or Muhammad Aziz Ba, sexually assaulted me. The way it started is that we women, when people flirt with us or harass us, sometimes we mostly think we can handle it. And I just looked at him as a typical asshole and paid him no attention. When he had the opportunity, he was in my room and sexually assaulted me, and I actually blacked out, and when I came to, he ran out of the room. I do remember saying, no, get off of me, and he always harassed me, so it was almost like a normal thing, but which it wasn't. And it led to me being sexually assaulted by him and thinking because he was the manager of the property that it was okay. When it happened, I was in shock because I wasn't expecting it. Not from a manager of a hotel, not from this asshole who I just thought was an asshole, but really was more than an asshole. And I'm saying this because I've just been watching Me Too, but I've been suffering since 2011 from post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety. For a minute. And I'm telling my story because since 2011 I have been suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety. I've been in therapy, and I still have to be me. I still have to be a broker. I still work in the community. I still press on. And I wanted to share with women, I did everything right. That moment when it happened, I was in total shock. And one thing that disturbed me, when I called a friend of mine, I don't even know why, I can't even tell you why I didn't call the police at that time, even though I did call the police later. I called a friend of mine immediately, and all he said was, "Oh, you need to hurry up and move." Well, of course I know I need to hurry up and move, but at the time I was in school, and I was not working full time. So that's why I was at Extended Stay, because I couldn't move. So I couldn't believe the reaction that I got. And so I carried on. But as I carried on and still looked for a place and still went to school and still had to be me, I was getting sicker and sicker and sicker internally and mentally, but not knowing it. Until finally, I just went totally into post-traumatic stress disorder, trauma. And I had to go into care. And I've been moving forward since then, since therapy. While in therapy, I've still been moving forward. I've been on medication, and I do have bouts of trauma. I had to learn through therapy, how to, when I see trigger points, to kind of move away from them, to exit from that type of environment. I had to learn boundaries, even with a man just touching me, holding his hand out. I had to learn a boundary so that this would never happen to me again. When this happened to me, I finally reported it, because I was totally traumatized, totally. I want to say to women, they say, oh, why are we coming forth now? Well, I want to tell you women, I did everything right. Except that day I didn't call the police at that moment. But later on, I called them. They did nothing, Dallas Police Department. I had the hardest time getting the detectives to do what he needed to do. John Valdez was a detective at the time. I think he's retired now. Ronnie Smith was a sergeant. I don't know if he's still there now. But I constantly said, if you could please go and talk to him, if you could please question the people that live there, if you could please question the clerks that were my friends that I talked to and told them what happened, who they knew that he had actually, here comes the bombshell, had actually raped other women, harassed other women, actually was pimping out of the hotel. And not only did they know, but the manager knew, and corporate had to know because I also sent them a letter. So here we go. I told Dallas Police Department, victim advocacy. I enrolled in Parkland's counseling program, who helped me and helped me till today. Call corporate, talk to their insurance department at extended stay hotels. Wrote the manager, the president of extended stay hotel. Asked the girls that knew of this to testify, even had them subpoenaed, and DPD pushed me on to Dallas County, or is it Dallas City Attorney's Office, who I went through 3 different attorneys during the case. They did cite him a ticket. He cited, we went to court. They never would let us see each other. But in the process of this long drawn out going to court for the sexual assault, I had 3 different attorneys, three different attorneys, and each one kept dropping the ball, dropping the ball, dropping the ball. I'm still suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. I'm still in therapy. I'm still on medication, and I still have to be me. We ended up with a verdict of dismissed with prejudice, that saying that if I could come up with more evidence at the time. How could I come up with more evidence if the people you subpoenaed from the hotel won't come and tell what they know and see? This person, Aziz Ba, Muhammad Aziz Ba, is not only a rapist, but he was allowed by extended stay to prostitute girls, prostitute the prostitutes that was there, rape and assault the maids who were Hispanic, who were here as illegal, were not legally documented, and the hotel knew it. So that was his way of being a predator against women. Look at his face. For 7 years, I've waited for DPD, Dallas Police Department, to do their job, to even go and have a conversation with him. And they said recently, I went, because after all the trauma and the hell that I've been through, I discovered through therapy, through the years, that he actually raped me. I couldn't understand why I was so traumatized from a sexual assault until I remembered. Once again, I went to the Dallas Police Department. I talked with Detective Westkoff. It's almost like a conspiracy with them. She came and told me, after asking me to come down, to only tell me again they could do nothing. Time had lapsed. Had I remembered that he raped me a year after that incident, that they could have done something. But the DA, who I didn't speak to, who I didn't get a chance to talk to, decided it was double jeopardy. Oh, but we'll put him in the data system. Really? So for 7 years, I've hoped and prayed that y'all would one day put him in a system, go have a conversation with him, that extended stay would keep him from working at the hotel as a manager. But guess what? They didn't. So I had to tell my story about Me Too. If you see this rapist, this predator, if you have ever stayed at extended stay and he assaulted you, raped you, touched you, spoke to you sexually, please contact me. Please contact the Dallas Police Department, who said they have him on a radar. But it's sad to say that I had to be the victim because the employees knew that he was a rapist and told me directly from their mouths that they didn't want to lose their job. And so I had to suffer the consequences. That's my Me Too. And I am a victim advocate now for Me Too. So women, when it happened, tell the whole story. Let everyone know. Because for 7 years I've kept it inside, and now I have to bury it. And I have to move on with my life, but I won't move on without telling my Me Too. And I pray that this helps someone. Thank you so much for watching